All right, how's everybody today? I guess I don't have to yell. Can you hear me all right? Okay, cool. Thanks for coming, everybody. This is our last Cardinal Sports Lunch of the year. By the time that we would roll around to the third Thursday next month, we'll be through graduation and all that fun stuff. So this is our last one of the year, and I want to thank all of you who have been so supportive of all of our lunches. We kind of ebb and flow with attendance because there's an awful lot of things going on, and we have some coaches that aren't here today for that same reason. But I'd like to just update you on a few things to talk about, and then we've got 2 or 3 coaches that are going to talk for a little bit about upcoming events and what's going on with their season. First of all, I'd like to remind all of you about the Cardinal Golf Classic, which will be June 13th. We're changing the format a little bit this year. We feel like we're going to have really good response, so we'll have a morning flight and an afternoon flight. It's on the 13th, Saturday the 13th. This is the second year that this tournament has been moved to the summer. We feel like that was a really good move to move our annual athletic fundraiser golf tournament to the summer when our coaches can be there and play golf themselves, but also have an opportunity to interact more with our alumni. At homecoming time, it was really hard to do that because so many of them were preparing for competition and everything. So if you don't have information about that, talk to Lucas in the nice plaid shirt there, and Beverly over here in the striped shirt. They can get you to some information. We have sponsorship opportunities that some of you in the room will be calling you about if we haven't already. But we really want to fill out both the morning and the afternoon flight. I know our coaches are talking to a lot of alums and folks that plan to attend, so we'll plan on it being a really good event. So I'm going to plug that. It's April, and the word on campus is, oh my goodness, it's April, and we're almost to graduation, and there are activities going on every single night, it seems like, and every day. And this is also the time of year that we don't know which days we're going to play baseball and which days we're going to play softball, and we look at the weather forecast almost constantly. And the baseball coach might have a different view of this weather than the softball coach, and we bring all the phones together and say, okay, should we play today, tomorrow, Friday, Monday, or whatever? Right, Coach? Yep. And we have these forms that we fill out to send to the conference based on what we think we're going to do. And so it's a fun time. But the good news is we are going to play softball this afternoon. That's why Dustin's not here, playing Emporia State at 2:30 in a doubleheader non-conference. Baseball and softball were both able to play, or softball played yesterday and baseball played Tuesday. So see, I can't even keep track of what we've done, much less what we're going to do. But Coach Stockton is going to come up and talk to us about the baseball team and what we've done so far. We're very, very excited about what the baseball team has done and what we think they can accomplish this year. And it's been fun, a lot of fun. So I want him to tell you about that. As I said, softball is playing Emporia State today. They will finish their home schedule this weekend hosting, let's see, who are they hosting? Illinois Springfield, or no, they got 2 non-conference. Lewis and Parkside. They're going across the other division. They'll host Lewis and Parkside, and Saturday is senior day for them, and that will close out their home schedule. And they have one more regular season trip on the road the weekend after that. Big event coming up for us, and those of you who are not who are external folks, I hope you come and check it out. We're going to have the opportunity to host our first Great Lakes Valley Conference Championship event on May 1st and 2nd. The Great Lakes Valley Conference track meet has been awarded to us for both 2015 and 2016. So on that Friday and Saturday, we'll have all 16 schools in the GLVC on our campus participating, and we're really excited about that. We had a tune-up meet this past weekend where we had colleges from all around the region, including several GLVC schools. We had 20 teams at that meet, the Darryl Gorley Invitational, and we've made some improvements to our track and field facility. We've got a new throwing area, a new throwing cage, we've got a new throwing shed, we've got a new runway for our javelin. So we've done a lot of things in preparation for this meet, and it really is going to be exciting to have a championship meet on our campus and be able to showcase our campus. So all hands on deck for that. We have a lot of folks in student athletes that will be helping with that from other sports. And any of you that would like to volunteer to help us with one of the events, we'd sure like to have you do that. We'll have 3 speakers today. We'll start out with Coach Trent Figg. Trent came back to us. He's been back a month. month and a half, 2 months. See, time flies. Trent's going to talk to you a little bit about spring football. Coach Weigel had a previous engagement today, so Trent's going to talk to you a little bit about spring football, and we love tagline. So he's going to talk about his journey back to Jewel and what he's done the last couple of years since he's been gone, and then we'll follow up with Coach Stockton and going to talk to us a little bit about baseball. Thanks.
Like Dr. Bailey said, my name is Trent Figg. I came back about 2 months ago. Returned to Jewel. I'm a 2008 graduate, played football there, was an education major there. Whenever I graduated, I taught in public education for 2 years, and then I coached at Jewel for 5 seasons. So from 2008 to 2012, I was at Jewel. Left in 2012 and went to Arizona State for a season, and then was at Southern Arkansas University for a season. And then just this past off season, Coach Weigel called me on a Monday, and by that Saturday, I was back in Liberty for an official visit. So my journey back to Jewel has been very positive up to this point. As far as spring ball goes, we're 10 practices in. We've got a practice tomorrow, and then next Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and next Saturday is our spring game. So 9:30 next Saturday morning, we'll be in the stadium for our spring game. And this coming weekend, the team will be participating Saturday morning from 8 to 12 in our community service day. So we'll be giving back on Saturday morning to the community. So far in spring ball, everything's been extremely positive. I can honestly say that this spring, I've been at Jewel, this is my 6th spring at Jewel. This is the most fun I've seen our players have. This is the most competition we've had in the spring, and this is the most productive spring that we've had up to this point. With the transition that's taken place in the coaching staff, there's been a lot of positive from our players. Our players are really excited. We've got a lot of competition right now. We're in the middle of a quarterback battle on the offensive side, and then defensively, I serve as our defensive coordinator. We've got a lot of competition on the defensive side. So there's a lot of positive things going on, obviously building upon the things that were previously built here, but there's a lot of change taking place. If you come out to practice, you'll see our guys flying around. They're having a lot of fun while we're doing it. So before I move on to the next speaker, I want to recognize a couple guys that are here. Coach Merrill and then Coach Sam Brown, who coaches our quarterbacks. They were recently inducted into the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame. So let's give those guys a round of applause. And before I step away from here, I just want to open it up to any questions that you guys may have about football, about spring ball. Right now we've got 68 guys out for spring ball, bringing in a class of roughly 30 to 35 guys. So we'll be right around the 100 mark whenever we report in August. So if you guys have any questions for me, we'll be extremely multiple. We're going to base out of a 3-4 scheme. You'll see us in a 4-man front matching the personnel of the offense. So we're going to be extremely multiple. We'll be able to play a 3-man front and a 4-man front. We are deep at linebacker. That's one of our strengths on defense right now. We feel good about the guys at linebacker right now. The offensive line is coming together great right now. We've got a couple injuries on the offensive line, but those guys have done a great job. We're returning, I believe, everybody on the offensive line from last year. Coach Quizert, who's a Jewel grad, and then also Coach Weigel. Both those guys are working with the offensive line at practice and in meetings, but those guys are doing a great job. From an offensive standpoint, scheme-wise, you won't see a big change because Coach Weigel called the offense last year. He'll continue to do that this year. There's some things that have changed a little bit, as they do year to year, but it'll be very similar from a scheme standpoint offensively. We had, on the offensive side, about a week ago, Trey Mask, our freshman running back, was named to the freshman All-American team. So we're really excited about that. He looks great this spring. Well, again, thank you guys for your continued support of Cardinal Athletics. Really excited about what's going on football-wise. We hope you'll come out next Saturday, 9:30 a.m., and that'll be the spring game. So thank you, guys.
Great to see you all. I'm Mike Stockton, the baseball coach, and just wanted to congratulate the 2 Missouri Hall of Fame inductees. What a great privilege that is. Congratulations, guys. Baseball's fun right now. Can't really say that in the last couple of years, but we're off to a great start, and the credit needs to be spread in multiple places, but Charlie Miller, our athletic trainer, has just been great in keeping our guys healthy. I think this is the first year in the last 3 years that we have probably put our best players on the field consistently because they've stayed healthy, and that's a credit to Charlie and what he does. Also, my assistant coach is just having the opportunity to have great guys working with our players every day. Getting them prepared has been a big deal too. We've set some firsts here at the Division II level, and I think a lot of the reason one of the main reasons for our success is just getting off to such a great start. Being healthy was a part of that, but also just winning some games early gave us a lot of confidence. And we actually set the school record for the best start in school history. We started off 17-3. And that momentum really propelled us into where we are right now. We're currently first in the conference. We're regionally ranked second, and we were 29th in the country. And so we've done a lot of firsts. But as all of you guys know, especially the coaches and the players that are in this room, there's a long way until the season is over, and we just need to stay humble and continue doing what we're doing, and hopefully in the end, we'll still be there. So, and then finally, just talk a little bit about our recruiting. We signed 8 players in the early signing period, and then yesterday, we had our second signing period, and we signed 3 guys, which we feel like all 3 of them could be difference makers. A couple of JUCO kids, and then a kid here out of Liberty High School. And then we're still looking to sign 4 or 5 more. So, and we're already on those kids, and we think that we've got a good shot at them. But it's great to see everybody, and thanks for supporting us. We play this weekend at home against Maryville. You know, you coaches that coach inside should be very thankful that you have a roof over your head, because this time of year is very difficult trying to get these games in and be I'm more of a weatherman than I am a baseball coach a lot of times. But we've decided to move our games up to Friday, Saturday instead of the Saturday, Sunday original plan. We think we're going to be good for Friday, but Saturday and Sunday look iffy, and we'll try to play between the raindrops. And then we finish, we have a midweek game against Southwest Baptist on Tuesday. We play a doubleheader. And then the following week we're away, and then we only have one more home series after this weekend. So, great to see everybody. Thanks for coming out.
The last thing I want to talk about a little bit is our golf program. You don't ever see our golf coach at these events because Bob Cole, our golf coach, is a part-time coach. He has another full-time job and career that keeps him extremely busy. But he also puts an awful lot of time into our golf program. And sometimes administrators get to find out up close and personal just what that means. And I think some of you have been aware, it's been in the news a little bit, but our assistant coach, Jeff Zimmerman, who has helped Bob for the last couple of seasons, had a very serious health situation while the team was on the road a couple of months ago. And he's recovering from that, and he's certainly in our thoughts and prayers, and has not been able to come back, at least right now. And so Lucas and I have been pinch hitting a little bit with the golf team this spring, and when you do that, you really do find out how teams travel and how things work, and I actually look at it as one of the fun parts of my job, because I love what I do and I love to be around the students. But I had the opportunity last week to leave on Friday night and be gone until early Tuesday morning with 5 of our golfers, young men, and they were a ton of fun. We were in the van together for a lot of miles and a lot of hours, but it really reminds me of why I'm here and why I love what I do. And I made them promise to tell Coach Cole, and also that it's on video somewhere, that they did very well in their tournament over the weekend because of superior coaching. I was the coach, and I knew the best thing I could do was leave them alone. So the men's golf team was in a tournament this past weekend. NCAA A Division II is based on regional format. You'll hear us talk about the region. Coach said we're second in the region in baseball. The regional format really in every sport, and the regions is what feeds into the national tournament. So we were at a regional event for golf this past weekend, which included 31 teams. The other teams in our region for golf are the GLIAC, the Great Lakes Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, and also the Great Lakes Valley Conference, and then there's one other conference that I can't think of the name off the top of my head. But 31 schools from the region. These are the same schools that will be trying to move on to NCAA competition, and we were able to finish 11th out of 31, tied for 11th, so that's a really good move for our golf program. Like I said, Coach Cole has made some great strides the past couple of years with our men's and our women's program. He started out coaching our women about 5 years ago, and he took on the men's program last year, and he's really doing a great job with what's going on the course, but also with recruiting. And we had an individual this past weekend, Derek Peterson, who's a senior, that actually shot under par for the tournament and was the third finisher overall. So we've got some good things going on from a team standpoint, but from an individual standpoint. And as I told Coach, I didn't say anything to Derek. I just made sure that he got fed and that he had his water and his food and all that, and just let him play. But it really was fun to see an individual player do that well and to see our team do that well. So I don't really have anything else. Graduation will be coming up, and we typically have, I haven't seen the final list, but we typically have between 45, 55 student athletes as part of the graduating class every year, and that's always a really special time. As much as we talk about what goes on the field and off the field, we tell our student athletes in the recruiting process that our job isn't finished until we see them walk across the stage at the Mabee Center. And fortunately, we have a lot of that happening every year. May 16th is graduation this year. I know Coach Stockton is hoping that he and his team will be missing graduation, and I am too. But we will have a large number of graduates, and they're all going on to do great things. And every day we hear about somebody got a job here, somebody got a job here, somebody's going to go to graduate school. And our students are focused. They know what they want to do when they leave here. We don't have very many that say, oh, I don't know. Now that I'm done, I'm not sure. They all know, and they're all working to get that. Again, just a quick story from the golf team. They were all giving one of the guys in the van a hard time because he had his hair cut, and he hasn't cut his hair, I don't think, in 4 years. And they said, oh, you've got the job interview haircut going. And he said, yep, got the job interview haircut. So what we do is a lot of fun. I want to thank our coaches, and I want to thank a lot of you who have made the effort to come to several of our lunches this year. We want to continue to grow, and in the meantime, when you don't hear from us quite so much in this setting, be sure and pay attention to our website. Many of our baseball games are streamed. If you can't make it to the game, you can watch the game. Same thing, we've been streaming softball, but we'll continue to stream baseball. And if we're on the road, most of our conference institutions are also getting into streaming. So, and the streaming, for those of you who haven't done much of that for a while or at all, the quality of that continues to improve all the time, and it's almost like watching your television. So I've started doing that more and more when I can't be at all the events. It's free. So I know I've talked to a lot of our boosters, particularly those who don't get out much, and some of our older folks are finding that a way to be a part of our athletic program when they can't always get out and be there. So look at our website, see what's going on, and take advantage of that. And again, thank you all very much for coming today.